Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rachakodash, the waters, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Um, it's gonna be a really quick video. Nothing really long. Might only be 5 minutes or so. The Lord is he's really making us, or going to make us really appreciate the kingdom when it gets here, right? I mean, there's so many things you could say about this screenshot. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and then this guy, he pulls up at a drive-through looking like this, disrespecting the, employees and stuff like that. You know, like I said, man, the Lord is really going to make us appreciate the kingdom when it gets here, right? We definitely got to get out of here, man. We definitely got to get out of here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple scriptures. I'm going to stay in Deuteronomy 28 this video, right? But like I said, it's not very much I really want to say about this about this appallment, right? So like I said, we're just going to stay in Deuteronomy 28. Before we get this, Salakia, before we get that, right? Let's I don't know. I may title this video something on the lines of, the Lord has seriously put a crazy, a wild punishment on it. Something on the lines of that, man. Right? I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something on the lines of that, right? I mean, he's really making it known that we messed up. I mean, he's really making it known that we messed up, man. Right? So this is the book of Deuteronomy. This also shows that we are the children of Israel. I mean, what other nation do you see this doing on a high scale level like this, man? Every time I turn around, man, there's always a fat, sloppy, shirtless Jake on the internet, man, down in a bunch of food, man, looking like a damn demon. It is a demon, looking like a damn glutton demon, right? Like I said, you will see other nations do it, right? But I'm talking about on a high scale level. You don't see on a high scale level, right? More than Jake do this, man. Right? Big fat sloppy rappers with gold chains around their necks and goddamn submarines for titties. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Anyway, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Right? But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. This is why I said, you do not see on a high scale level of sexy reds and big extra plugs and all these crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah, Wiz Khalifas and all these people, man. Right? Kodak Black and all, like I said, all these people you don't see on a high scale level of this, man. Right? Where do you see uh the Japanese sexy red? You know what I mean? Where do you see that? The Russian sexy red, the Russian big extra plug, right? Like I said, you got all nations doing all kinds of crazy stuff on the internet, sure. But I'm talking about on a high scale level, it's always Jake, man. Like I said, every time I turn around, there's always a big fat sloppy Jake on a comment. I mean, not on a comment board, on a video on YouTube, right? Down in a bunch of food, right? This dude's an influencer. I don't remember his name, but this dude's an influencer. What does he influence? Gluttony. It's always Jake, man. Right? Again, this further proves that we are the children of Israel. We are the children of Israel. This further that confirms it. You gotta remember, man. Everybody keeps talking about those small hats over there, and those rats over there in what you call it in Israel, right? Everybody looks at them as the people of God. But I got news for you. What did I just read in Deuteronomy 28? Because you got a lot of our people try to debunk the scripture too. What did I just read in Deuteronomy 28? See, in today's world, the people of God are not going to be looked at as the people of God. They're going to be looked at as this is why I said all those curses, right? Let's read this. Deuteronomy 28 and 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Right? So the thing is with the people of God, right? The people of God are going to be looked at as criminals. The people of God are going to be looked at as an appallment, right? They're going to be looked at like this. This is a chosen seed of God right now. We looked at as waste upon the world. That's how the Lord set it up. Meanwhile, you got those people over there in the 1940 fakers, right? They label themselves the people of God. But meanwhile, they're not doing the thing that God said. If they're going to be in that land, they're not doing anything that God said. So this only makes sense how they wouldn't be the people of God. Because you see, you have vocab go up and say, "Well, is it just you?" This is only one of the ways how we know that we're the people of God. Deuteronomy 28, it's just the main one, but or one of the main ones, should I say? Deuteronomy 28 is not the only one. So let's clear that up, okay? Really, throughout the whole Bible, it explains it, right? But you have blessings, you have curses, and you have blessings. And vocab ran up to an Israelite group and said, "Well, are you saying it's just because the curses that how you could identify with being an Israelite?" No, it's blessings too, right? It's blessings too. Look at us. I mean, we're the worst, but we're the best, right? But outside of that, right? Knowing to identify with the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, knowing that name, that is a blessing that other nations cannot get, right? Just that alone, it's a blessing. Hell, barely any of our people can get that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the people of God, this is how the people of God are going to be looked at. Trump making all black men, so-called black men, look crazy. This is the one that stabbed the girl on the subway or whatever. That's how the people of God are going to be looked at. People of God are not going to get along with each other, right? Other nations are going to look at it, look at the people of God as just pure hatred. We're going to be the lowest, right? We're going to everything that you see going on around us right now, man, right? It only makes sense. So what do we have to do? We just got to embrace it, man. We just have to embrace it, right? Because this is the curse that the Lord set upon us, right? Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Right. So we're even a byword, a proverb, and an astonishment amongst ourselves, right? You got Jake, and you got the Jakeettes, but I mean the so-called black woman, or the Israelite woman in general, really, right? This is the curse of the Israelites, right? This is just the curse of the Israelites. This is something that we just have to live out, right? So I'm not going to keep this video much longer, right? Or I'll just end it off here, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM RACHAKUDASH. Shalom.